Welcome back to the Archive Network. Aurelius here with Malik, curators of the Civilization Archive. We left Aztec civilization last time at the Triple Alliance unravels. Today we pick up where we left off. The splendor of Tenochtitlan still glows in the morning sun. Those dazzling white temples reflect off the shimmering lake. Yet, the air is heavy, thick with tension. The city, once a marvel of order, shows subtle cracks. The causeways pulse with life, but a restless murmur is growing underneath. Something is brewing, and the people sense it.
Aurelius, you paint a beautiful image. But beauty can mask decay. The market at Tlatelolco, once vibrant, now carries an undercurrent of fear. Traders whisper about thin maize bundles. Scarcity is creeping in, and the laughter of children is mixed with worry. This isn't just an unease. It's a sign of deeper troubles within the empire.
Scarcity is a powerful force. Tribute, once the lifeblood of the empire, is drying up. Distant provinces are no longer compliant. Tlaxcala and Huexotzinco, long forced to send goods, now plot rebellion. This is what empires do. They sow the seeds of their own discontent. The Great Triple Alliance is fraying at the seams.
But you overlook the human element, Aurelius. Those provinces aren't just sending goods. They're sending resentment. Tribute isn't just a transaction. It's a relationship built over time. When that bond weakens, rebellion brews. The cracks in the alliance run deeper than politics. They're personal. Families are torn apart, livelihoods are at stake, and people are suffering. That suffering matters. We can't ignore the faces behind the numbers. It's time we see them.
You're right about the personal toll. The death of Ahuitzotl leaves a significant void. Mourning blankets the city, casting a shadow over daily life. Moctezuma II takes the throne, but his rule feels different, almost distant. He surrounds himself with priests and advisors, fostering an air of suspicion. Ambition swirls among the nobles, each eyeing the other. This dangerous cocktail of power, plays, and intrigue could easily ignite. We must watch closely, for history has a way of repeating itself.
Aurelius, this isn't just about ambition. It's about fear. Moctezuma's isolation signals weakness, and that's a dangerous game. The nobles aren't merely jostling for power. They're sensing vulnerability, and that's unsettling. When leaders show weakness, it invites chaos. The people in the streets can feel it, you know. They sense the uncertainty brewing around them, and it's unsettling. If we don't address this, we could be looking at a disaster that affects everyone, not just those in power.
Change is in the air. The famous Chinampas, those remarkable floating gardens, are showing signs of exhaustion. Farmers poke at wilting maize, their hands weary from toil, while children struggle to carry buckets of water from increasingly shrinking springs. The population is swelling, drawn by fame and promise, but now we find that mouths outnumber meals. This precarious balance invites trouble, and hunger breeds desperation. We're witnessing the unraveling of a system that once thrived, and it's hard not to see the shadows of decline.
Aurelius, this isn't just a demographic issue. It's a crisis. Famine comes in waves, and disease follows, close behind. The markets that once thrived now echo with arguments over price. The desperation is palpable. The comfort of roasted maize becomes a rare luxury. People are living on the brink, and fear is their constant companion.
And that fear intensifies religion. The city's heart beats to the rhythm of ritual. Drums thunder from the Templo Mayor, summoning the faithful for ever greater sacrifices. Codices and carvings depict processions winding through the streets, each figure a testament to devotion. These ceremonies aim to hold the world together, to keep chaos at bay. Yet, underneath it all, we can sense the doubt creeping in. People can't help but wonder, will it be enough to appease the gods?
That question hangs heavy in the air. The scale of sacrifices keeps growing, but it feels more like desperation than true devotion. The priests aren't just performing rituals. They're scrambling to stave off disaster. Yet, the people are losing faith. When the gods seem so distant, uncertainty creeps in like a shadow. The rituals? They've become a temporary fix, a bandage on a wound that only grows deeper. Can we really keep pretending everything will be okay?
And then, sails appear on the Gulf Coast. Hernán Cortés and his Spanish expedition arrive in 1519. Imagine the shock. Steel weapons, horses, and a foreign tongue. This is the beginning of a new chapter. The omens are remembered, and Moctezuma grows anxious. He sends emissaries with lavish gifts, hoping to either appease the invaders or glean their intentions. It's a desperate gamble, but what other choice does he have? The winds of change are blowing, and they carry a heavy weight.
But this isn't just an encounter. It's an invasion. The Spanish march inland, forming alliances with Aztec enemies like Tlaxcala. They bring weapons the Aztecs have never seen, and diseases that will ravage the population. This is not a simple clash of cultures. It's a calculated takeover. Tenochtitlan is caught unprepared for what's to come.
The march is relentless. Tenochtitlan is besieged in 1521, and the chaos of battle is deafening. We see archaeologists uncover layers of ash, shattered pottery, and mass graves that tell a story of despair. The city's bonds unravel as Texcoco and Tlacopan either surrender or meet a brutal end. The world the Aztecs built is collapsing before our eyes. This is history's cruel hand at work, reminding us how swiftly power can erode.
When the city finally falls, the devastation is complete. Spanish soldiers tear down temples and build a new city atop the ruins. The survivors face unimaginable suffering, their lives shattered overnight. Families are torn apart, and the weight of loss hangs heavy in the air. Yet, the memory of the Aztec world endures. The echoes of its grandeur and sorrow linger in history. Even in destruction, the legacy remains, reminding us of the vibrant culture that once thrived here. That's where we leave it this time. Aztec civilization continues. The story isn't finished yet. Find the full series on the Civilization Archive, part of the Archive Network. We'll be back with the next chapter.